This is day 7 of following Alex Hormozi's advice until I make $1 million. Hey everyone, it's the 30th of June. It's day 7, and if you're watching this for the first time, you can look in the description below. What I'm doing is there was a video put out by Alex Hormozi saying if he had $0, this is how he would make $1 million in 2026, and he gave this full roadmap on how he would do it. That's what I took. That's what I saw. That's what I took. And that's what I'm going to try and do over the next how many ever days. We'll see. So I think that's also the cool thing about the series. I'm going to be uploading until I make it. So, and it's really being transparent about the journey, what challenges I'm facing, what decisions I'm making. I'm trying to put that all or to record that all, so you can get a full view of what is the what does the process actually look like. I think there's so many course sellers out there trying to paint a different story just to sell your course, make money off of you, and they don't really give the full picture of how difficult it is. So, what we have decided on is the business model or the business. What I'm going to be doing is direct response marketing for home renovators. So in yesterday's video, I was deciding between, I think yesterday's video I was deciding between solar and home renovations, and I went for home renovations. I think there were a couple of things, can't remember them now, but what I did was I told Claude, take the skill, take Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers skill. What I'm basically saying is in Claude there are skills that Claude can train itself on. So there's a skill for the book written by Alex Hormozi, $100 million offers, and Claude just took that skill, trained himself on it, and it gave me a bit of a comparison between solar and home renovations on which one I should go into. So I really decided on home renovation. I think it's also an industry that interests me quite a bit. Um, it's an industry that I'm not like overly passionate about, like some interior designer or architect, but it's an industry that I can see myself in. And yeah, that's really been it today. I've done a couple of other things, just creating a bit of a roadmap. I can read it to you. And so, for example, what I want to do is I want to see what other businesses are doing that are doing direct response marketing for home improvement businesses. So I think I've come across marketing businesses that are the general marketing business. When I think of that, I think of Sabri Subi's King Kong, like his brand or his company's name is King Kong, and he does direct response marketing, but for literally anyone. And then you have marketers that niche down and only do it for one niche. And I really want to see what those type of people do that only go into home renovations. So how does that funnel look like? And what I've come across once and what I saw worked was looking at going onto the Facebook ad library, seeing if I type in, for example, home renovations, I'm going to see ads from home, obviously people that are selling that service, but I'm also going to see ads from marketers selling to home renovators, like exactly like myself. And then I normally go and click on that ad, see their funnel, what's their offer, etc. What pain are they speaking to? So that's really what I want to do. Is I want to see what other people out there are doing, because I mean they've done most of the homework. If they're really established in the business, in the niche, They know what works, they know what doesn't work. I can just copy that homework and use it for myself. And then from that platform or foundation, build on my own brand, what I want to take this, um, what I want to build this into. So I don't think it's stealing or copying. It's probably copying, but it's really just, seeing what works, what doesn't work, taking that and then building from there. So that's the first thing I want to do is look at other businesses and what they are doing it's exactly what I'm doing. And then, also go onto Facebook groups to see what are the pains of homeowner or home renovator clients. So people that actually are served by home renovators, what are their pains with home renovators? I want to see what are, just because if you understand the language that home renovators clients speak, you're obviously going to communicate better to them as well, to the home renovators. And then also what I want to do is I want to understand what are the pains that actual home renovators have, and then see where's the link between the clients and also the home renovators. Because the way I see it is, as a marketing agency for home renovators, there's two sides I need to focus on. I need to market to home renovators and I need to market for home renovators. That's why I need to understand the pain, first of all, of the home renovator so that I can market to them. And then also I need to understand the pain of the home renovator's client so I can market for the home renovator. It's really the thinking behind it. And my main tactic or way I'm going to be doing it is going onto Facebook groups, seeing what these people are posting, the questions they're asking, what they are venting about. You can see that on Reddit, on I'll probably need to do a bit of research on extra places you can see that, but those are really the two places I've gone before, and you can get a good idea of what are the pains, what are the struggles, what are the problems that needs to be solved. And then also, another thing is just figuring out where my perfect client, spends most of their times. Is it on Facebook groups? Is it, yeah, I don't know. Is it on, where do they market themselves? Where do they post? Is it mostly on their website? Do they spend most of their times on their own website? Do they, you know, is their main way to try and get clients through, Google ads or LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever? That's just what I'm trying to understand as well. So it's really, as you can see, it's today, especially, it's really, you know, just figuring out a roadmap for me to start getting an idea of who I'm dealing with so that I can start to create a bit of an offer, a landing, not a landing page, but a sales pipeline for myself and then also for them, because I'm obviously going to market for them. So it's really two sides of the coin the whole time. And yeah, guys, I think that's it for now. To be honest with you, and obviously need to share this, but it's one of those nights where I've only spent about maybe an hour and a half on the business, and it was like, it's tough. You're tired. You don't want to spend time on it. This is the moments where it really sucks. You feel like, listen, it's been 3 days. I haven't spent more than 3-4 hours in total on the business. How am I even going to make it? And I think it's really these moments where you need to dig deep and just keep going. Just keep going. Um, because yeah, I don't really know why, but just keep going. It's gonna be better. You're gonna get used to it. You're gonna start loving it, hopefully. Um, And that's really just the advice I have. It's one of the biggest struggles I have now is I feel like I'm not making enough progress quickly enough, and it's just demotivating me quite a lot, and it feels like I can't spend enough time every day on it. I feel tired every day I come from work. It just yeah, it has been quite a struggle. So, but I think that's really the things you need to deal with, especially trying to build a business while working a 9 to 5. Just to understand that it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a thing that maybe you're not going to get it right from the start. To work 4 or 5 hours extra a day, that is difficult, and most likely that's what needs to be required, or that is what is required. And it's not being too hard on yourself in the beginning. It's just understanding that you are learning, you're progressing, and you just need to keep going. So I will see you in the next one.